What's going on, guys? Welcome to Double Tap to Smash Those Buttons podcast dedicated to the FGC. I am, of course, your host, Crash, or at least one of your hosts that is clearly, obviously, always moving around. I am in a different space damn near every episode at this point. But with me, we have our future EVO champion, Static Gorilla, in the building. What's going on, sir?
What's good? It must be the redemption bracket champion. I don't know what you're talking about.
What you mean? You're going to go to EVO, you're going to win. You're going to win.
Yeah, sure. Stack brackets everywhere.
Yeah, y'all heard it here first. So when he does win, you'll know.
There you go.
I knew.
Yeah.
I knew. These glasses see the future.
Mm-hmm.
But
welcome.
We're getting close.
Me. I saw a wink. I saw a wink.
Yeah, it was a wink.
Yeah.
It was a wink. It was a wink.
Sure.
Welcome though to the kind of like the pre-Evo show.
Yeah.
Kind of pre-Evo show. Because I think we're gonna end up getting a bonus round before Evo starts. The way the schedule is looking, looks like we'll have a new episode fresh right after Evo. So I think we're gonna do something in between. But on the road to Evo, that means we get some awesome announcements that have come through. We've got some trailers to get into, and like I said, we've got some Evo numbers to get into. So let's jump right into it. Off the rip with actually the latest news that came out technically after when this show was recorded. After the show was originally going to be recorded. Right. We've got some 2XKO news. Not just a trailer actually, but yeah, some news. We got our 8th character who's going to be joining the roster. Remember, the original roster right now, the 7 of the original 10 that we're supposed to be getting for the launch date. We have already Jinx, Yasuo, Darius, Echo, Alawi, Ari, and Braum. Now we have Vi, Violence, Violet, whatever you want to call her, Jinx's other sister. She is joining the roster, and really a character a lot of people have been like we're expecting, to be honest, at some point to be in the game. I mean, you got huge gauntlets. She is a fighter through and through. If you've seen Arcane, you know she's one hell of a brawler. Has some pretty sick skins in League of Legends due to that. But yeah, she's joining in as our boxing, weaving, just kind of powerhouse, shit brick house that is going to pummel anyone that gets it put in front of her. Yeah, we got a full gameplay trailer, and of course we did actually get a breakdown as well in terms of her abilities. But we're gonna focus on the trailer itself that was just announced yesterday. Yes. Yeah, so bobbing and weaving, we've got, like a lot of look like big buttons, big mitts, big buttons, big punches. But we also have some weaving, some boxing weaving, movement, mobility abilities here where she can actually, go back and forth, do feints, and even feint through characters as well. If you've watched the breakdown of it and actually showed you what the specials do, she can actually feint through characters. So, there's like cross up potential there. There's like hit grabs as well. Yeah, she seems pretty straightforward, but I think what she does best is just what I'm gonna assume is a lot of damage, because yeah, the girl got mitts.
Man, she had a whole corner carry combo against the Yasuo near the end. And I don't know. Okay. Sorry, hot take here. For it to be maybe a beginner friendly game, holy crap, am I going to get mixed hard as hell. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not looking forward to hating on this character. So maybe I'll just use this character. Yeah.
Yeah, you should. She's definitely going to be mix heavy. Like I said, those feints are going to be really important, which we even saw it in a little bit in there where there was a little bit of, like you said, that
interruption.
That Jinx mix up that she did. Yeah.
But there's also interruption as they showed Braum interrupt the teleport, the little sway. So, I mean,
the feint. Yeah.
Listen. She's like DJ, but without a fireball, unless your partner's the fireball, hey,
Yeah, basically. Yeah, you don't need a fireball in your cave. You got somebody backing you up. Yeah, for sure. There's definitely going to be openings. There's going to be knowledge checks into when you can actually press against her. But if you press wrong, it looks like she's just going to, make your life gauge just get bruised up. We did get to see a couple other things. Like she did have I guess you would kind of call it as an anti-air or like a DP, but it's like the force field type of move that she actually stomps to the ground and actually creates like an energy pillar above her. I wouldn't be surprised if that could be used kind of anti-airs, but it was being used as more of like OTG into super to kind of, I guess, add a little bit of damage or maybe even be able to confirm that like pummeling super that she does afterwards. But yeah, full charge. She's got, looks like overhead as well. And I mean, everyone has an overhead, excuse me, is universal on this one. But hers, it didn't look like the same. So I think it might be potentially a command normal. I'm not sure. There are some command normals in this game. They do exist. It's a couple rare ones, but Jinx is one of them. And one of the things I meant to bring up was just also command grab. Feint, kind of stands forward into command grab. She does it against Alawi around, I think I think it's like around 103 to 105. You actually get to see it where she does just progress forward, but instead of actually pressing any buttons, actually catching a retreating guard while doing that, gets command grabbed, and I'm assuming you'll be able to follow up. If not, then it's something that I think you can mix with your partner and maybe do like, if it's not supposed to be followed up, you then make the assist actually make it a bull. That's a word. Go check it out on the dictionary. And then we get treated to her level 3, which has just been the biggest gripe, I guess, that people have had about her trailer is like, she looks good. Like, don't get me wrong, she looks amazing.
Yeah,
her kit looks great. The presentation looks awesome. Animation looks good. But people just seem to have a real big issue with her level 3 because you don't see her actually like hitting anything for like the majority of it. So she's just like punching the opponent off frame, off screen, and it's like, really, like that was like a lot of people just rubbed the wrong way on that. For me, personally, I don't care as long as it lands. My main thing is that health bar goes down. I don't care how she's punching you. And plus, you see it once, you're gonna see it like 30 more times. As you play the game, you'll become desensitized to it. Not really the biggest gripe for me, but it really like, people are finding things to kind of shit on the game. To be perfectly honest,
I didn't even notice that until you mentioned it.
Yeah, like I really didn't notice it until I was kind of digging into things. I mean, a little bit, you're like, you don't see nothing, but until the end, but it's like that's a little.
All I noticed was that, oh snap, she punched him all the way to the other side, like to the end of the earth, sort of like, I don't know.
Yeah.
What's the guy from not DNF Duel, Grand Blue, Saurus?
Saurus, yeah.
Yeah, it was another monk type of character.
Yeah.
Oh, that word's been going around a lot. People are like, oh, she just copies monk this and monk that, and it's like, what else? Is she gonna pluck you? She's gonna punch. What other moves?
Yeah,
she's got Swiss cheese. Oh,
to be fair, I mean, I don't know about Swiss. I didn't think Swiss cheese.
Tenderizer.
But I did. Yeah, I did tenderizer. But I did think monk though more once I saw like the video.
DNF Duel.
Like, I mean, like the proof was right there. Like they're not wrong. The similarities are more than uncanny, to be perfectly honest. This is like can I copy, can I get your homework? It's like, yeah, but change it so the teacher doesn't see, that you're, it isn't the same. This is close, to be perfectly honest. I was kind of like, even my eyebrow went up a little bit like,
the Captain Commando uppercut, the Captain Corridor.
Yeah,
that's pretty.
Yeah, I mean, of course. Unique. I mean, that's unique. That's a call out right there. You get that. But like the sway, even kind of even the target combo that you're getting, like the jab into medium or whatever, like almost to the T. It's like, ooh. I mean, okay. I mean, there's no. To the V? Don't get me wrong. There's no to the V. No, there's no copyright on moves. Let's be real. It happens all the time where characters like in other games tend to have similar move sets, or even sometimes they're just straight up copies, but they could be almost like homages. But I'm like, this is like a lot of homages. At what point is it just ripping off?
Yeah, remember the Street Fighter lawsuit, which was like, oh, this is dumb. And then there was one character was like, okay, that's fair.
Okay, yeah, it's kind of fair. But yeah, I mean, regardless, she looks good. We'll just have to see how she ends up playing, because she actually ends up in the closed beta that was also announced. It's going to be happening September 9th. If you're going to EVO, like 50% of the cast here, you can actually go ahead and play that build right there at EVO.
Yeah.
You excited?
Sure. I'm trying to see if Yasuo still has Yasuo things. However, I don't think there's enough hype of people understanding that the open beta is going to be open until launch. I feel like people just glossed over that.
The beta is really interesting because it will be something that's available from September 9th until launch. So effectively is going to be, I want to say 90% of the game, or it's going to be 90% the same. I'm sure like by launch, all that data they're going to get from all that playing that's going to happen. There might be some adjustments, to version 1.0 when it comes out, or version 1.1 when they do maybe a day one patch, which is fine. That's pretty normal. But yeah, I think that was a great move. That was an insane move. Kind of makes up for a lot of people that didn't get a chance to play and didn't have like as much time. Now it's like, oh, once it's open, like, and you're in till the game comes out.
But, and this is a big but, it's PC only.
Yeah,
that's rough. But I mean, I'm sure they'll find a soon enough thing. Yeah.
Cross progression. So whatever you do on the PC, when it does come out the console and you're playing it on console, your account gets linked to it. So no biggie there. That's cool. But yeah, the fact that it's only doing PC at first is like interesting. I mean, well, let's be real. Riot only has recently joined the console market with Valorant, right? Like the team as well is probably just geared towards that because it's what they know. It's what the developers or engineers know. Coding for consoles is different because you're porting a lot, you're changing a lot into different architectures as to how they run. There's there's similarities, but there's a lot of differences. But clearly, they're still going to move forward with the console. But I'm okay with it being PC at first. At least, like I said, that cross progression, cool. So they kind of take care of anyone who eventually will make the jump over.
Copy that.
Yeah. So besides that, though, we did get a bunch of updates actually from the devs and from the Alpha Lab feedback. I don't know if you got a chance to check this out, but this is not going to be the same game, even from the Alpha 2 Lab to the one that's going to be at Evo and eventually going to be the open beta. They've changed certain things, especially big things that like are round start things that kind of change the landscape of it. Off the rip, you do not actually even start with like burst from the beginning. Or break, excuse me. You do not start. You only start with 75% of that when you actually start a match. Whereas before, you just always had it, right? There is also the idea that the meter, each round, this one was a biggie as well. Actually, I'll save the meter for the end. Gray health now is slower to regenerate, right? Before it was like really quick because it seemed like you were kind of playing against way more than just the 2 health bars that they were actually fighting with. It felt like 3 at times, considering how fast it was able to be regenerated when you brought your point character back and let them chill while you had your other character up front. Defense rolling on knockdown is grabbable. I thought it was grabbable in the beginning. It makes sense to me that it would be grabbable from the rip. It wasn't. Now it is. So good on you. That's awesome. Backdashing has also been nerfed. It was very strong in Alpha Lab 2 for those that got a chance to play it or watch tournaments at the time. It was pretty strong. It was actually very annoying. It made games last very long as well because between that and the combination of this other nerf, which is actually jumping will take a couple more frames longer to actually do it. So up backing is not as powerful. Once again, up backing is just an easy way to get out of mixes and kind of any offensive options and really just kind of let the lane player, especially if you have the life lead, really push forward. And that kind of made things very drawn out, and a lot of timeouts happened in Alpha 2 Lab. It was the biggest gripe, one of the biggest gripes.
Sorry, I went ahead and I saw the big change, and that shocked me. What do you think shocked me?
The hard knockdown?
No, the meter.
Oh, the meter. Okay. Yeah. So the big thing is now moving forward, meter is no longer carrying over to the next round. So if you end round 1 with 2 meters, guess what? You're reverting back to 1 when the round starts, which also is a change in itself. Now you actually get 1 meter in the start of the match. You didn't have that before, but it no longer carries over, meaning there's going to be a lot more meter dumping in these rounds moving forward. Because you can't save it for anything. So your push blocks, your supers, what else is meter being used for besides that? I mean, your parries, right, as well, right? You need a meter for that. It helps kind of make those decisions happen more often versus trying to almost like throw a round away or give up on a round because you're like, oh, all right, I'll just save my resources because my health is low. There's like, this comeback is like not feasible. I should just move forward with this meter into the next round instead. It's more in my, it's a much better position for me to do that. No longer the case. Use it or lose it is basically what we're at right now, which I think overall is a better look.
Sounds like Guilty Gear.
Exactly. It's definitely much more like Guilty Gear now, which is very much more my speed. So I'm very much for it. Because I didn't think twice about it. Like, yeah, Guilty Gear has this drive has been like that since the rip. Hasn't really affected it. I mean, meter is used for all the RCing, all the flavors of RC, right? So might as well use it when you can, whether it's on the offense or defense. So if I would have to carry that over, I feel like, yeah, you'd be limiting options. But now this lets players actually kind of be a bit more explosive in their decision making, to be perfectly honest, which I like. It's gonna be fun to test out and see, but we'll have to see once it's in the hands of players and we actually get that feedback going. So yeah, lots of changes coming into XKO as we get that much closer to release. I'm stoked on the beta. I swear I didn't know about Vi for about a year, or even played her about a year ago. I don't know what you're talking about. Why would you accuse me? Stop doing that. What you're gonna do right now is take this quick break, because when we get right back to it from it, we got plenty of more FGC to talk about, including some trailers to get into. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. 2XKO's making their way out to Evo with the new build. Static will definitely be there to play, so if you do see him, make sure to beat him up for me. I much appreciate it. Before we get into some of these character trailers that we're going to jump in on these two different games, we do have some poll results from last week's episode. So last week, we took to the polls to ask you guys. I got this up right here. Because we were talking about the Street Fighter live action movie, the great debate on whether or not it's going to be good, whether it's going to win over the curse of the video game movie challenge that happens when it comes to live action. We had you guys at 4 different decisions. We had, yeah, it has potential, no, as the second choice, third choice, no, and fourth choice, oh. So not a big shocker there, but 45% went with no, the second option. We did have some more on the other ones as well. So I would technically kind of add those percentages too. So it's more like a 63%, 73%. Yeah, it's like no, not a lot of faith in it right now. Understandable. It's tough. Maybe our talk about the MK2 trailer in a little bit will change that. But in the meantime, right now, Street Fighter is not looking too hot for the live action movie, but we'll just have to wait and find out. But I know what does look good though, some of these character trailers. So let's get into it. So Ken, City of the Wolves, we had a trailer show off from this was EWC, I believe. I think that's where it got shown off.
After
EWC. Yes, EWC showed off Ken. We get to see this bum in Southtown.
Hey, he's been through it.
What? He's been through a lot. And he got the homie Terry to give him a pickup, right? I kind of felt weird when they did the fist bump. I'm like, that's you not yours thing. Yeah. Don't do that. You hand him his hat, you son of a bitch. Don't replace him. Right. That was a little weird for me. But besides that,
they tried.
Yeah, he looks good. Ken looks great. Obviously the Street Fighter 6 latest rendition of him. The beard throws me off. I don't know what it is about the facial hair. It's kind of like, I don't know, it's just like not hitting the same way, but the gameplay was hitting though. He's got all the tricks, and it wasn't until we get through halfway through the trailer that I was like, oh yeah, this is City of the Wolves. You can cancel things into other things, into other things. And I'm like, and Ken has the steez to do it.
Yeah, he's got the Kingdom Hearts boots to do it.
Yeah, he definitely is rocking some goofy ass Tims. Yeah, pun intended in every level there. But yeah, seeing him cancel like EX DP into EX Hurricane Kick, EX Jinrai looks like as well.
No, that was
he had it in there.
But he also ended it with the air tatsu into the drive. Oh God, what is it? It's not drive gate. It's not drive rush. It's that City of the Wolves thing with the rev blow. There you go.
Rev blow. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Rev charge, rev blow.
Thank you, brain. Bro. Yeah. So yeah, rev blow.
Yeah.
You okay?
No. I'm just trying. I'm like, yeah, it's rev charge.
Rev blow. It's rev blow. My God, I'm telling you.
I thought rev blow was the the drive impact version of it.
Yeah, that's what he did in the air. The green thing.
No, that's the cancel. That's different. That's not his rev blow, is it?
It's his air rev blow after the tatsu. Yes.
It is. Yo, that's disgusting. Okay, I didn't realize the green tint. That's the only thing you can tell because all I saw was fire. Like that's all I saw was fire. So I was like, oh, okay, he's just canceling into the others. That's his rep blow. Oh, that's gross. That's actually gross.
I wonder how good it is. If it's gonna stay
fireball into rep blow too.
Well, I'm thinking if it's gonna stay stuck like that, and that's the air one. Like, is it gonna be as good as Rock's rev blow? Which Rock's rev blow goes in the air a bit. And if he can use that as a jump rev blow, I mean, we haven't seen the. Did we see the standing rev blow? Hold on, I don't remember.
I think that's what I'm seeing at. If you look at about 40. Let me see. Is that? No, it's still in the air. Where's the other joint on? 48, 49. Yeah, it's at 48. He actually does. He does like the one knee up, but he does go into the air partially. But then he flips him around with the kick, with follow-up kick on it. So yeah, so that's what it is. It's just that in the air, he's definitely up longer in the air. But he does start off with just like the.
That looks like OD Jinrai, my dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's OD Jinrai is what that looks like. But it has the green tint, so I'm assuming that's the rep blood. That's the only way to tell. Yeah, so Ken combo masters over here, no pun intended, but he is definitely gonna be comboing like crazy. It's actually gonna be fun to see how explosive his damage is to all this as well. But like it looks like he can just link to a lot. But with Ken being shown off and being the next character to come out, which is supposed to be happening summer 2025, that means the next character.
Well, it says
it's going to be Joe.
Oh, it didn't say when. Oh,
yeah, it just says summer 2025. Right. We don't know exactly when. It could be the day after Evo, could be the day before.
I heard from an untitled source, August. So great.
It should come out. It should come out in July. I think it. But it's only 1 month after Andy, so I don't know if they might want to give it a little bit more time.
They better just do it right after Evo. Sort of like this guy. This guy's next is coming in the day after.
It's the day after, right? After the last day? Oh, jeez. Yeah, so we've got Sagat is also making his way. We finally got a gameplay trailer. Obviously, we get the World Tour trailer before. That's pretty standard. But now we do have a gameplay trailer for Sagat. Off the rip, man. I mean, yes, we saw him on World Tour, but bro, this guy's huge. Marissa is not going to be the only giant in this game. The guy is just immensely large, and he's got some really far-reaching normals too, man. That heavy punch, I'm still kind of like grossed out by how far he leans into it. Like it's almost like two characters. I'm sure it was like, he's kind of he's whiff punishing Ryu on that, but damn, man, it looked like he still had space to go. So I'm curious as to how the hitbox is gonna look on that.
I've seen a lot of target combos and a lot of Jinrai stuff.
Yes, I was gonna bring it up, man. It was like that. Target combos have been the other component that I kind of see a little bit more of. He seems to be able to, wherever you take a punch to the face, you're sure enough to be getting a knee as well, if you can confirm it. Tiger knee, speaking of which, going over fireballs. Nice. I don't know if that's the heavy version. I would assume so. I don't know if the light version would, because the reason I would say, like, maybe they all do, but the reason I say that's probably the heavy version is just the distance. Like, it is that goes really, really far. So it could be a chance where the heavy version is the only one that also goes over fireballs. But hey, anti-zoning tools, cool for standard fireballs, basically. So your Sagats, your Ryus, Kens, Chunners, Juries actually will be even technically easier because their shit is so low anyway. Are all gonna have a fun time with him.
So I have a favorite part. I mean, yes, I don't want to get too far, but at about a minute in, he counter hits an air Tatsu, and then I guess it's a punish knockdown, and he winds up a tiger uppercut. I saw that, like, oof, fantastic.
But not just wind up, but follows up.
Yes.
To what looks like a wall bounce.
Yes.
I don't know if you caught that, but like, I could see that could easily be a drive rush follow up extension.
Oh yeah.
Like right there. Which we do see that he does have, right? He's got we got to see like multiple variations from what it looked like a level 2, where in one he grabs you, he's either gonna kick you in the knee or knee you in the head, and then there's a follow-up afterwards, so it's like very Jamie-like, you know, similar to how Jamie's is it his level 2? Yeah, it's level
3 goes into
no, that is level 3 could do. Yes, thank you.
Without CA. CA has a lot of damage.
Yeah. CA has its own follow-up with it. But yeah, he's got some steez. I am just like, you know, invulnerable, you know, invincible DP, EX DP. Cool, check. Some crazy follow-up on things like even EX Tiger Knee. If you see it at 133, he's able to like kind of put you across screen, then throw out like another, which I'm assuming high Tiger Knee, kind of make it meaty or easy enough like that you can still avoid a wake-up grab, which is a couple frames. So I'm like, they're set up there, which means with the proper distance, you could probably make that Tiger Knee meaty as hell, which is gross as well. So offense and his drive rush. Hold up, I didn't even get a chance to check his. Yo, was it just me or was his drive rush like kind of fast?
It was kind of. So I rewatched the trailer today, but I also rewatched Item covering it, and he was like, "Listen, I was driving. I'm sorry, but I was at a red light and I had to pause it and I had to check it again. And I'm like, oh, that is fast. Okay, all right, cool. I need something to watch while I'm sorry. I need something to listen to while I'm driving.
He says he needs to watch something while he drives. Everybody, please, if you're in the Northeast area, especially in Philadelphia, do not.
Excuse me.
Do not go on the roads.
Hold on. Actually, yeah, it is illegal in PA. You're right.
Yeah. You don't want to do that.
Whoops. But I have a claw that I put it on. Yeah.
We've got cross up light kicks as well. He does have like that classic, very, very compact air light kick that does cross up and looks like and combo afterwards, more than likely after a counter hit. But yeah, we get to see just a lot of juggling too. Like once again, that level 2 has a lot of layers to it. Even follows up with 2 EX fireballs into a level 1. What is it? Tiger Cannon. Which is wild. So he looks like he could be very dangerous in whatever straight hit he gets if you know how to convert. The biggest thing though as well we got to see at the end is what I'm pretty sure is the CA. I forget how they do it. If they do CAs like that or are they just showing level 3s, because there's always like that little bit of sauce they give for the CAs. But that level 3 alone was still kind of brutal. Like everything in this kit has been brutal, but that level 3 was brutal when you're like, you hear the sound of the knee and the leg buckle, and it's like you're expecting an X-ray at this point. Yeah, like Ed Boon's like,
reminds me of
ears are burning a little bit.
In Tekken when Miguel would kick you in the leg and it's like, oh
yeah,
or Shaheen, I think it was.
Was it Shaheen? Maybe it might have been Shaheen. But yeah, so
I like that it's the same voice it's been since Street Fighter 4. That's the big tall guy from Pirates of the Caribbean 1. The big
wait, was that him?
That's the same dude. Isaac Singleton. Yeah. Yep.
Oh shoot, it is.
Yep.
That same
same guy since Street Fighter 4. Yep.
I did not know that. Yeah, I knew it was definitely Street Fighter 4. I just did not know that was the actor that did that. Hey, good for him. Yeah, it's very iconic at this point. It's pretty much like, I don't think anyone else can really do Sagat, like and do such a stellar job. Or rather, I don't know if he'll be accepted as well as anyone else would be for this character. But yeah, so August 5th for the King to return, like you said, right after Evo gets done. So that's gonna be that Tuesday. I don't know if they're playing on the meme or not, but
I don't know where it was that Item was looking, but there was like a coverage of like his man list. I'm on the website and I can't find what he was looking at, but I heard that there was some changes. Again, I'm looking forward to I'm sure next week we'll get the in-depth breakdown. So I'm looking forward more to that before making any assumptions as to, does he not have down fireball or up fireball or whatever? Like, people are already making assumptions of different buttons doing different things. So. For modern and stuff.
There's gonna be some changes, right? Like we kind of like touched on this. Some characters do get adjustments due to modern controls being implemented, right? Like we saw it with Bison and some of his moves no longer being charged that used to be, and that kind of changes the dynamic of the character in some ways. Not like entirely, but it definitely does in some ways. Sagat, I mean, Luckily, he's a motion character, right? There's no charging for him. I think mostly it's charge characters that would kind of be affected that way. I can't think of any other moves that have been kind of implemented the same. But charge characters are a big reason for that. But Sagat, I think will be all right. But due to his variations, like you said, it could be.
And I'll be honest,
I have something in store.
I have more hope for him in this game than I did in 5. Now, mind you, I main Sagat in Street Fighter Alpha 2, I want to say. So, and then sort of in CVS 2 as well. And I'm like, all right, I've wanted him in like versus games ever since. I mained him in Vanilla. Yes, Vanilla, the broken man. I know,
Sagat.
but I can't tell you how much I was like practicing before Street Fighter 4 came out. I was playing like HD Remix. I was playing CVS 2. Anything I could get my hands on, which had Sagat prior to, I wanted to play it. And hopefully he'll feel some sort of, semblance. Sort of like how I am with Slayer in Guilty Gear, even though I'm not entering Guilty Gear this year at anything.
You don't play Guilty.
No, not anymore. Listen, that's not an insult anymore. I'll take it.
It's an insult to me, man. Come on, man. I'm playing it too.
No.
But yeah, Sagat looks good. We're all gonna get our hands on August 5th, so we'll see how the leaderboards go. I'm very curious if you'll be able to dethrone Mai as like the most single-use character, and like especially in the higher rankings, because there's a lot of Mai's up there. And her stock has not gone down, not even with Elena.
And very quickly, it's very odd that Sagat will be out a second time the day after Evo. Because it was
was it like that last time?
and Sagat were out, and I go home and
I remember because I literally went to the LAN center that they have at the
we were there
with
at
like
the
Wolfgang
Luxor
and shit.
Yes,
at the Luxor with Wolfgang at the time, and he was like literally searching for tech like instantly that next day. Like the event wasn't even done,
and nobody was checking out G until Justin Wong already had a video saying that G was broken. And it's like, wait, what? What are you doing?
Everybody went to Sagat. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that. Fuck, yeah, that is another time that he's been released right afterwards.
Yep. Because
see some tech.
The trailers didn't leak.
Evo's done.
And the trailers didn't leak that year, I don't think.
No.
They leaked the following.
Yeah, it was like, that last season pass got leaked. Yeah. So Sagat, August 5th, make sure to check him out. And I don't know, who knows? Maybe I think he might be playable actually on the Evo floor. There's a chance that you might see a build of it on the Evo floor for Capcom and Street Fighter 6. So keep a lookout for that if you want to go check it out.
There's already a lot happening for Evo. We'll get to that shortly.
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. Before we get to that, let's get to this. We talked about the Street Fighter live action. You guys ain't feeling it. Well, how you feeling about the MK2 trailer? Here's your quick synapse on it. So we did get a new trailer that just dropped about I think like 5 days ago or a week ago or something like that. We got to see a bit more as to like Johnny Cage character with what's my man's name? Carl Urban, right? Carl Urban.
Yes. And now, okay, I like that it's an aged Johnny Cage. Okay, cool.
Yes. Yeah.
Because it's like, oh, he's part of the 90s, but like, it's still Carl Urban. I'm sorry. I like my Carl Urban, but Carl Urban was young already. Like, I mean, everybody else is kind of young. I don't believe the characters. I even don't like that Liu Kang is just a side dude.
Is he though? Like, I don't. Well, you know what? Good point, because I don't know how to feel about the trailer because it was very Johnny centric, but I don't know if that's just for the Johnny character. Because they could edit it to make it seem like it's more like him, but he does like. They seem to be like kind of focusing on all the screen time with him.
Because he's top billing. Why not? Right? It's Carl Urban. Do we know? Tell me, Dre. Do you know the actors' names of every other character besides freaking Scorpion? I forgot his name, but leave me alone.
Adeline Rudolph is in it, and Jessica McNeam.
Okay.
McNeam.
Okay. Look at you.
No, that's just here in the YouTube description. I don't know nobody else. No, I don't know who these guys are.
But you see my point. I
get what you mean.
Yeah, so it's like top billing. So I wouldn't be surprised if he's the main character. I also hold on. Hot take. Ready? I would like for him to die in the first 5 minutes.
No, shut up. Stop.
Yes.
This is redemption for that. First of all, it's not happening. We've seen enough.
Okay.
There's no way you're bringing Carl Urban to do 5 minutes and pay him that.
Hey,
do that.
It happened to Lawrence Fishburne in the Predators movie. Okay, they had my man Lawrence Fishburne.
Yeah, that's a whole other thing.
And he was like, "I'm gonna save y'all," and then shows up, sees the Predator, like, "I'm gonna fight you," and then he gets rocketed. Boom! I'm like,
yeah, I remember.
Are we sitting here to watch this?
What took you so long, big fella?
yeah. But anyway, Johnny Cage. But there was a callback, by the way, in the trailer that they showed his like movie in, where he had the stick. He sort of had the stick fight with the people in there, and he did the pose that he did at the end of the fight in the feast area in Mortal Kombat 1.
With the bow staff.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't notice.
Somebody said that it was a callback. I was like, oh, that's interesting. You're right. But still, all right. So moving on with the trailer. Go on.
I mean, yeah. Like, just to finish the thought, I think Johnny will end up being main because of all the characters. He's the one that is like, he represents the audience, even if you haven't watched the movie, right? Like, he represents the audience because he's gonna be the one asking the questions. What is this? What are you doing? Why is this happening to me? Who the fuck are you? Can I go home?
More relatable than I almost said Jake Cole. What was his name? Cole? Jake?
Just Cole.
I say Jake know. Because I think of Wesker's son in Resident Evil 6. I think it was.
Yeah, it's
because it's the same type of character. You know what? You could have just casted him as Sam Worthington. I'd have been like, all right, that's fine.
Yeah.
Like, Sam Worthington that year was in everything. But anyway,
so to note to that, like, so yeah, besides that, like, yeah, I feel that Johnny being top billing and all that, or being the main character, sure, let's go for it. I want to give some positives off the rip though. Kitana looks amazing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna put it right there off the rip.
Really quick on Johnny Cage. I mean, I didn't have a problem, by the way, with Johnny Cage being the main character in the. Yeah,
it evolved like that in like MKX and
MKX and MK. I think it was MK11 as well.
Yeah, to a degree.
But because Liu Kang was already dead and he was Revenant.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Liu Kang is alive.
Yeah.
So hey, maybe Liu Kang dies and he's not here in this scene. I don't know. That's me just plot chasing. Yes, Kitana, great. I agree. Go on.
Yes, Kitana looks. Thank you. Kitana looks good. I love how they making her fans look. A lot of this movie is just screaming. This is gonna sound so weird to say. A lot of this movie is just screaming MK2. But yeah, Dre or Crash, it is MK2. Like no. I mean like the game Mortal Kombat 2. The reason for that is just because of the obviously the characters are adding, right? Your katanas, your barakas, and all that, actually like showing them right in that game, which is like where they got introduced in the actual games themselves. Sure, you have Jade as well. Jade was a secret character in MK2, but even the stages, like some of those stages are just straight up from MK2 specifically. I'm just like, 103, oh my god, just like it's so good. And then of course introducing Shao Kahn, right, who was the main baddie in MK2. I'm like, damn it, like it really is just trying. Yes, they're making it as a sequel, but I feel like they're trying to really take it from the MK2 game itself more than anything else. And also Rain's outfit is more MK2.
Oh yeah, that's at the end of the day one of the things that we really want and we really like is the callbacks to the games, the thing that we can recognize from the games. Because man, I can't tell you almost anything from the first movie that was in the game. Other than, oh, hey, Scorpion, Sub-Zero. I agree. Yeah, cool. Do it. But the screenshot at 103 of Liu Kang and I'm taking it as Revenant Kung Lao. They're in basically the portal stage, which you can harken that to any stage, like the portals in Mortal Kombat 2, which were red, or the secret character one, which was blue, just like it is there, or even the stage, the pit stage that has the portal in the background in UMK3 and Trilogy. Yeah. So yeah.
Jade Bald, do we care?
Yes.
Oh.
I do care.
I don't know. I don't know if I really care about Aang being in here.
I do care because it's like, I mean, what's the story going to talk about as well? It could be a torture thing. It could be she was banished from Edenia thing, because she is Edenian, is she not? No, she's not. Edenian,
yeah. No, she is. Yeah, she is. She's Kitana's like guardian. She's always been Edenian.
Okay,
it's Tanya who I believe isn't Edenian. I believe it's.
But Tanya isn't she with Rain or no?
Who?
Jade? No.
No. It's always with Kotal. I mean, apparently. not just that, but what about the other Denian that showed up there with the vocal cords?
Yes, that is a Revenant. Sindel. That is a Revenant Sindel, actually. If you see, there's posters that they posted that they were showing before the trailer came up. They showed her all crusty up and like cracked up and stuff. So I mean, that's always been the story of Sindel. She's always been a person who was resurrected, and brainwashed by Shao Kahn. That's literally what if you played the last game, she showed up in the new timeline as regular, but in the old timeline, that was still an evil Sindel. Sindel has always been evil whenever she was resurrected. Point blank.
Yeah. So right now the consensus, actually, funny enough, is like, if you look at how it's been, the reception has been, it's like people are like, this should have been the first movie, XYZ. I mean, Cole still is in this movie. Let's be real. He is in here. You do see him, at least the first spot I think you do see him is at 108 or 109. You've got a couple of frames there, and he's still rocking his armor, but it looks a little bit more worn and such. And I'm like, oh yeah, this fucking guy. I guess you're taking a back seat at some point, because this is clearly not going to be your movie. We'll just have to see. And Kano's there too, which I'm just like,
he's dead. Like, yeah,
is he not? I keep forgetting on these things. I'm like, all right, what? I'm intrigued. I did like seeing Noob at the end too. The Noob Scorpion thing was really dope. Or Scorpion also Tarzaning through what I'm assuming is the Nether Realm, to then fight Noob and then kind of do the more modern version of like Noob's powers, where it's just like this, the clone thing, but it's like this weird, like organic kind of clone pulled out of an ink style thing, and then slices them in half. I was like, all right, cool. Let me see some more of that brutality. So I'm for it, and it's just, I like there's a little bit of humor in there still, even with the Johnny Cage character, where Kano's like, use your powers. Like, I don't have any powers. Like, you're just a regular guy. And like, yeah, we'll see. Eventually, like, spoilers, we should see some sort of green after image effect power from him. I don't see a world or green or red, especially if he's in low health, it's red. I don't see a world where that's not gonna be it.
If they use some sort of like sound effect of like the Hulk, that would be great. Yeah, that would be a awesome.
There's $6 million man, like
shadow kick. Yeah. However, the Noob Saibot thing, I just hope it's not a cop out when it comes to like the fatalities. I mean, obviously we saw Cabal get burned in the first one. Hey, is he dead? Is he not? I don't know. Maybe he comes back. Hey, maybe he becomes real Cabal. I don't know.
Cabal.
Is Melina dead? You see, they already bringing back Revenants, and you got Kano here. And is Melina a real clone to Kitana? I don't know. We'll see. But like, I just hope that there aren't too many cop outs when it comes to that. And also, like, make the fighting hard to watch, like violent. Not just, this is a fatality. Oh, it's coming. And like, they're like, people are always going to be like, oh, but everybody watches for the fatalities. Like, no, we're actually invested in the story, as you can tell by both of us talking about it. You more, you're like more of a MK nerd than I am. So like, I think there's plenty of room. If you're already R-rated, there's plenty of room to like make it Deadpool versus Wolverine levels of beating up stuff,
of violence. For sure. Hopefully they do lean in onto it.
And now
I think what is it, October release, I believe.
Now this is October 24th. Now I'm not saying that I'm a big fan of violence, but I'm just saying if you're gonna lean into the Mortal Kombat aspect of it, I mean, go there, like X-rays and all of that. Like, they know, they should know, right?
They should know. But they're trying to make it family friendly for everybody.
You poor fellow, get out of here. It started with the Red Band trailer. Come on, man.
Yeah, it did. It really did.
It started Red Band, and it's trailer. Like, this doesn't even feel Red Bandy.
Yeah, not until like the end did you see him really more.
Or the language, whatever.
But right now, I'm interested. I'm very interested as to where they're going to take the story with it.
Now, hear me out.
Hopefully the action is just as good.
I was going to say, it doesn't... I never stopped... I've been kind of negative, but it looks watchable. I'll give it that. And Baraka looks kind of good. I like that. I like...
Oh, yeah.
I like what I'm seeing. I like everything is okay. Johnny Cage at the front line.
You just got to wait to see if you like what you see.
Man, I want Liu Kang to be the man, dude. I just want Liu Kang to be, Liu Kang.
Yeah, I know. He's had his time in the limelight. Give it to somebody else. Kyle's in there. Give it to Kyle. Yeah. So looking forward to that. It's gonna be later in October. I don't know if they're gonna be any additional trailers. Honestly, I was really even avoiding that trailer because really? I don't want. Yeah, I was avoiding it because like I feel like they're putting too much in trailers. Like I hate trailers that spoil like movies for you. Like they just put too much in. I'm like, guys, like you got me hooked. We're good. Like let's go. I'm like waiting for a scene. I'm like, I saw that scene in the trailer. It hasn't come up. It's gonna be right here or whatever. And it's like kind of spoils a movie for me. So for me, I was kind of like, do I really want to watch this? But it was like more Johnny centric. I'm like, okay, and all right, well, I'm gonna see Scorpion at the end. Cool, Noob's in there. All right, bet. Yeah, so I was kind of avoiding it. I kind of am 50-50 on whether or not I should have still. But you know, it is what it is. If there's another trailer, I'm not gonna watch it. If you watch it, you can review it and check it out here on the show. But I'll just
you're done with the trailers now. This is the only one.
I'm like la 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 la. What?
Yeah, October 24th can't come anytime sooner. You know that sort of happened in that Final Destination recent movie where it's like they showed like a death was about to happen in the trailer and it never happened.
It's like come on.
All right, cool. Yeah.
All right. All right, guys. So with that, that is going to be it for checking out the trailers. We're going to be taking a quick break. When we get back, when we talk about those EVO numbers that just got released. And what does that mean? Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. MK2's camp is coming through October 24th. Can't wait to see it. Not going to watch any more trailers. Hopefully there isn't really full to check out. But let's get into some EVO. EVO is around the corner and we finally got to get the final breakdown on the numbers and we're just going to take a look at them. We've obviously been covering the placement of each game or the big games anyway that are going to be on all the way up until Sunday and such. And before we get into it though, I do want to do a quick plug to a particular YouTube content creator. This is DCD_C_Theo, who's released Locals Guide to EVO Vegas 2025. He did do a 2024 video as well that I think was awesome. And as it sounds, he's a local guide to Vegas. He is an FGC head and he knows basically, you know, kind of giving a primer and some tips and tricks if you're coming to EVO for Las Vegas and all that, or excuse me, Las Vegas to EVO, and you know, everything from transportation to like how you can get around on you know, certain areas, places to eat, stuff like that, which I think it's great. And I think it's a good primer for a lot of people that are making maybe their first way over or haven't had a chance to check out the convention center, which is like where the new where it has been a new venue since last year.
Yeah, and he's answering questions in the comments.
Yes, and he's answering questions in the comments. So yeah, so shout outs to DC Theo. Go check out that video, especially if you're making your way down there. I expect you very much to give it a like, Static, possibly subscribe to his channel.
Already did.
Whatever, maybe. There you go. Look, what a good guy.
Sure, I'll subscribe.
All right, so EVO, we finally got those numbers. These got shown off on the 17th, just about 5 days ago, where we got to see the actual numbers, final costs for these. What are you feeling?
My concern was, why did they wait, I don't know, 16 days to reveal it?
Yeah, I feel like this was kind of like closer, right? Like, don't they normally reveal these a little bit later? I'd have to double check their Twitter feeds to see if how far away they did it. Maybe they've always done it this far and we just never noticed.
Listen, shout out to Frankie Sisto being one of the comments under there. That's our local windjammer. Are you jamming? Yeah, we're jamming. But he had anyway. His comment is about Mark of the Wolf or City of the Wolves. I'm gonna get to that very shortly. But go on. Let's talk about the numbers. I mean, go ahead.
I mean, nothing's really shifted from the last time we covered it, to be honest.
Right. No. Yeah, because there's the registration was already closed at the first.
Yeah. So nothing really shifted. There was nothing else to really change. So you know, in terms of placements, no, the big three are still the big three: Street Fighter 6, Tekken, Fatal Fury, right? Guilty Gear right behind it.
Correct.
Then you had Grand Blue, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Under Night, and then MK at the bottom. Now that we actually get to see the numbers, that's where a lot of people have been speculating or really just yapping it up as to like why and Dead Game 377, Mortal Kombat 1. It's like, all right, well, you know, there is some truth to that. There is some truth as to like how the competitive scene feels about the game, or you know, apparently the support the game's been getting, which from what I've heard, like Ed Boon says, there is some more patches coming up. There's actually support's not done, so interesting there.
Hey, there
but it is a snapshot as to like how the competitive scene is living on it. But that is not the whole picture, because if you look on the complete other side of that list and you get to the number 1 spot, which is Street Fighter, you'll notice it's less than last year's. You might go, oh, dead game, look at that, losing, doing terribly. Fatal Fury first year, only, what is it, 68? Oh, dang, if they would have done 77, it would have been 69. Nice. 68 more entrances than Guilty Gear Strive. The game's gonna do terribly. Can't even beat a 5-year-old game at this point, 4-year-old game, however many old game Guilty Gear is.
2021, June.
Dang. Yeah, so there's been just a lot of, you know, the yapping on your Twitters and your Reddit. But some is really interesting, and some things that I think need to be brought up, to be perfectly honest. I don't know if you got a specific point you want to jump to now before I kind of get through my list.
Oh,
but how do you feel about these numbers?
Were you going to talk about the numbers first?
Yeah, I was going to go in on the numbers. What are you feeling? Yeah. Okay. So when it comes to the numbers, you know, this is actually a topic I've been in the works of, and I've even done it here on the show live, where I've, you know, shown like what the cost is to compete, like the cost of travel, the cost of staying, the cost of, you know, taking time off from your job, PTO or not, right? These are all factors when you're doing this. And this is like the biggest event of the year, which will come to a question later on. You know, the World Championships of fighting games is here. So you have the highest of competition. You have the most, you know, 4,228. That's just for Street Fighter. Those are just some events, complete attendance, right? This is on the higher end of like the 10,000-11,000 range right now on just the top 8. This doesn't even count all the side tournaments and all that.
It says on Evo Start GG, the attendees so far 13,976.
Thank you. It's shy of 14,000 people, right?
It
is the World Championship, so the competition is at its highest, right? But not everybody, especially in things like the economic climate of things, can make that. That's fine. It's a different place and a different time than it was last year. And this is actually for more reasons. Even things like the current administration, right, is doing the whole visa, forget what it's called, visa startup, visa privilege or something, where you got to pay an extra $250 on top of that. Like there's like more costs for being an international player to come to Evo Vegas. Some people have straight up been saying they just don't feel safe. And it's like, it's perfectly fine. These are all valid reasons. You'll not hear me be like, bitch, you know, when you don't feel like coming through. It's like, that's fine. This is still your time, your dedication, your choice to show up. Like no one's putting a gun to your head. But if, you know, competition and winning these things are your goals, I hope you're sponsored, because that makes things like the cost a lot easier. But
I'm gonna slightly disagree with that take, only because there are already people been traveling already. Like you've got all these other players that have been going to CEO and to
absolutely. But CEO is also not Vegas though. Right. CEO is not Vegas. I mean, Daytona is not Vegas.
True.
Chicago
CEO is Orlando.
Vegas.
CEO is Orlando.
It is. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's expensive, but between the two, I'm pretty sure Vegas.
I'm only saying it's close by. But yes, expensive, 100% terrible. Listen. Ouch. Okay, my pocket hurts. All right. 3 events.
Do you even have a room?
I do. I have a room. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Especially if I'm only sharing with one other person. Yeah. It hurts. Yeah. Gone are the days of me having like 6 people in a room though. Never again.
I never wanted 6 people in my room. That's what I'm saying. Never even wanted 6 people in my room. Yeah. I think the most I had was 1, and they had their own bed.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That was about it. Never more than that. And even then, that's if I decided to share. I would always get my own.
Right, yeah. Sleeping bag or something. Anyway, I'm trying to look for a schedule just so I can have an idea. But yeah, it's cost. And what thing is, so one thing I want to talk about is like, yes, numbers look lower or expected lower. However, one thing I wanted to talk about is the fact that I started noticing the when I registered, I saw the Maximilian video went up, and they had a discount for those that were in the Maximilian chat or whatever. And I'm like, dog, I just registered. And I spent like $200 and I could have spent less by getting 21% off by just watching the video that I'm already subscribed to and I missed it.
Yeah.
So like, all right, and I didn't watch it until the next day. And I'm like, this is awful. Like, why didn't Event Hubs like put out, hey, there's a discount? Because I have notifications to my phone about it. So then the second thing is people getting Evo Chipotle, discounts. That really pissed me off because it's half off. They're like, bring a friend for half off. And I'm like, bring a friend for half off? Hold up. There are people that are registering to get half off. I saw somebody register for only Street Fighter and paid half of what I paid. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
I
feel like the rollout this year was a little misaligned in terms of like those savings. Like because a part of me feels like that was just due to
low attendance.
I
thought it was low attendance.
I was gonna follow up on low attendance, but also there is a schedule to these things. There's partnerships. There are timelines.
Yeah,
but I mean, you're kind of technically still punishing people. Once again, I haven't crunched all the numbers like the early bird special. If that's 50%,
early bird was 180
different, and we're talking 50% of what was the late registration? 2 something? It's like 230 or something, right?
I had them right here.
Even if it's 50% of 200, that's still $100 versus 180 on the early bird. You're still technically punishing people. Once again, these are, I'll asterisk, this is rough napkin math on non-confirmed numbers.
But napkin math with a pencil.
But I couldn't think it was that big of a gap between early bird.
Early bird is available 180 from February 15th to March 15th. Normal registration is 199 from March 16th to June 9th. Late registration for competitors is available 225 from June 10th to July 3rd.
Okay, so you said 180 to 1 and then 199.
180, 199, and 225.
Okay, so $20. So $20 difference. Don't get me wrong. $20, $20. Put it on a shirt. It's out there. But then to get 50% off for them being a late registration, even at the 230 something. Wait, is it 230?
It's 225.
225?
Yeah.
Half of that, it's like 110, 112.50.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't understand why would you roll this out the way that you did versus like maybe doing it during regular. And then anyone that did early bird, which would be a much smaller group, maybe they get like something extra. Because if I was early bird, I'd be mad. I'd be mad because I'd be like, damn, I could have saved money, but I was early bird, so you still did get like a discounted price. But you're really like allowing people that are coming in at the last second to just say, fuck it. I mean, if it's $100, to be perfectly honest, if $100 is like the breaking point for you, news for you, baby. I think you should just stay home. It's cool. Wait till next year, save up your money, build up your paper, build up combos, and come back.
Yeah.
But for those that are like, still, fuck it, going, let's go, we ball. I don't know why they would just then punish the early birds like that. Or the people that had just finished right before registering and then all of a sudden rolling that out. I want to say it's maybe timeline schedules between, because these are 2 different entities, right? There's partnerships, sometimes there's legalities that you have to keep going back and forth before you finally, come to a final agreement on things. And that could have pushed the schedule.
This isn't including the Las Vegas and convention fee, by the way.
No.
There were convention fees. All right.
But did that percentage apply to all of it?
I don't know.
If that percentage applied to all of it, damn. You got fucking robbed. Like, son, if that applied to the final cost, you got fucking swindled.
Yeah.
Damn,
it's applied to the final cost, bro.
And that rollout was not too good. You now like, that's so weird.
I don't know, man. I just know that my friend said his receipt said something like 130. I was like, God damn.
For everything?
For one game entrance. I'll look it up. Go ahead. You keep talking.
Wow. So the other side of that coin is what you were going to bring up was like, hey, maybe they rolled it out due to lower attendance or low attendance compared to last year, right? Because you want the mark for your event to be like up, right? At the worst, the same. But you don't want to go down, right? You don't want to have the idea that it could be trending down in any way. But not to say like, trending down doesn't always mean that. It could just, it happens. You got yeah, peaks and valleys, baby. It goes up and down. It is what it is. If you're not into stocks,
holy crap,
and can't deal with it,
okay.
you ain't about it.
A player that registered 3-day event badge, that's $199. Street Fighter $10. Vegas live entertainment tax $986. Platform fee $656. Processing fee $506. That came out to $230. Payment amount became $130.96.
Damn,
after that Chipotle,
it was applied.
After
it
that
was
Chipotle.
applied to everything. You got fucking robbed. Damn, son. Well, you got robbed like what, like about like $100-something bucks. Yeah, that's a. But hey, man, $100.
No, about maybe 170. Because look, okay. I what did I do? I entered 3 games.
Okay, $170. All right, man. Well,
anyway, listen.
Maybe next year, maybe you should just withdraw and just wait till next year.
Maybe I should become what is it? Not employee. What's that thing? A volunteer? I'll hit the big Dame.
Yeah, hit up Big Dame. That boy Big Dame got the hook up. Anyway, but yeah, so back to. No, we're going through it. Like it's one of the things that made the rollout kind of weird. I'm
gonna get approached.
Because some people
Tom
might
is gonna come out to me like, "Yo, Static, what you doing talking?" No, it's not.
You don't like Evo, dog?
Yeah,
punch right in the mouth.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's not crazy. Like I said, some events have their highs and lows. There are once again climates. People that want to travel, people don't. The other factor, which comes into also this tweet that went out, is something that I was thinking about already, or really we had talked about it when it was the first announcement of it ever happened.
Yeah.
But this comes from Arslan Ash. He tweeted on the 19th stating, "Evo used to feel like one legendary event where the whole world came to compete. Now with 3 Evos and 4 next year, it's slowly losing the prestige. I miss the days where there was only one Evo, one champion, one moment that defined the year." Now, granted, the direction he's talking about is more about the prestige of being an Evo champion, which he is, but of Evo Japan. Technically not Evo. Right? Let me don't think my ink there. Double check for me if Arslan Ash actually won. I'm pretty sure he won Evo Japan.
The Evo Japan that either we went to or the following. I know there is one under his belt.
Gotcha. Yeah, he is an Evo champ. Which is ironic because of what he's saying here.
He also won 2019, where of the
was it
main
2019?
One. The main.
It was the main. Okay, excuse me. Then I take that back. Let me fix my face there. I wasn't 100% sure.
One of our old listeners, Sixth Sense, was there with us. Sixth Sense, excuse me.
Gotcha. Okay, but yeah, he states multiple Evos and such, right? I think also the numbers reflect that, but not in a negative way. Unless you're Evo and you don't have as many numbers as last year. That's the only negative part to it, but technically not, because we now no longer just have one destination for Evo, right? We no longer just have Evo Vegas, right? We haven't had just Evo Vegas since 2017, 2018, right? That's when the first Evo Japan happened, right? Since then, it's been almost 7-8 years, almost been a decade since Evo was the only Evo. Let's get it real, right? Like that's what it is. There's that one year that Evo Japan didn't happen, but that was for other reasons. But that's for outside sources as to why.
Yes,
now we have Evo France. We have or aka Nisei Evo France, Evo Japan, regular Evo Singapore, right, next year. And
if you go to the
it's
website, they're all there. They have all the names.
Yeah, and it's gotten people, it's given people options, which is great.
Good.
We talked about this. There's a great thing about this. You have Evos in different regions that could highlight players that literally cannot make this trip to Vegas. That maybe also their games too. Once again, the games that are ran could also be adjusted to the region. So like Dragon Ball FighterZ could still be a very big game over in France because it was really big in EU, especially France with some of the players that represented the game, right? Still very popular, still could be in the top 8. Great. It gives it continuous life. Japan also, the numbers as to what type, because Japan had, better numbers in Street Fighter than Evo Vegas does.
Yeah.
But it's because Street Fighter 6 is fucking huge in Japan. It's insane in Japan.
Right.
So it's like, you're going to have your differences. So, Evo Prime or Evo Vegas, it's going to lose a little bit of that. But I think it gains it on the back end when it comes to these other Evos. Now, on the other side, yes, I get what Arslan Ash is saying. Like, well, does it take away from winning? Because Evo is an Evo, right? But let's be real. I think Evo Vegas will always be the world championships. Like, I don't think that changes anything. There could be all these other Evos, but I think Evo Vegas will forever be the prime Evo to, if you win that, like, that is, yes, you are champion. You're the Evo champ, I think, of the world there. Like, Evo Japan, if you win, you're the champion of Evo Japan. It's a bit more regional. It's going to happen the same thing with France. Like, I don't think they're going to scale the same. Like, I don't think they're going to hold as much weight. Because I don't know anyone who goes like, don't get me wrong, you're an Evo champ, you're an Evo champ. But when they go like, oh, I'm Evo Japan champ. It's like, don't get me wrong. You still prove that you're the best at Evo Japan. But Evo is where everyone tends to go. Everyone goes to. Historically, that's where everyone did go to. It only changed in the last 8 years. But I don't think that's left prestige to it. Some people are arguing yes, but like I said, the numbers here reflect, I think, the fact that they're branching out. They're going into multiple Evos a year. So not everyone's gonna go to Evo Prime. Maybe because maybe they don't feel ready. Maybe they just can't. Maybe they want to try out the other Evos.
Maybe they don't want to go to the US, like you said earlier.
Maybe they also just don't or can't go to the US right now. Right? There's many different reasons. I don't think it's anything bad. Like I said, if the numbers are a little bit lower, that's okay. But numbers are lower, but more Evo. The high Evos are higher. Like, there's a correlation right there.
Yeah, but I don't know if that affected the numbers, like we already talked about before. I mean, some of these games are already 2 to 3 years old. We're not, except for City of the Wolves, which is newer. And again, it didn't have the best opening like Street Fighter 6 sort of did.
Yeah.
And Street Fighter 5 to that matter. Because Street Fighter 5 at the start was an insane number. Yeah. And Street Fighter 6 also an insane number at the start. City of the Wolves, however, people are saying, like I said, Frank Sisto in the comments is like, wow, that's a huge dub for what people are calling like a dead game and blah, blah, blah. Guys, I think that's an overfluff number. Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves, 1,576. I think it's overfluffed. And it's not, I don't feel like it's a hot take, but I feel like there's going to be an insurmountable amount of DQs.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, I told you my experience at CEO was I walked in to the venue and I saw Mena walk out. I'm like, he's in my bracket. So I'm like, all right, well, that's my first DQ. All right, he didn't show up. So like, people were registering since this was open before April 24th when the game came out. And I'm not trying to be a deadpanner here and say that, oh, Fatal Fury is a dead game. There's nobody watching it on Twitch. There's nobody streaming it.
I think EWC had like a couple thousand.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, even right now, there's nobody streaming it or watching it, unless there's a bum running something or anybody else doing something. I'm not trying to be a doomer, or a gloomer, but even when I play it, there's like nobody coming in if I'm playing it on stream. I'm also not like Chris G or friggin' who else, Renault, or any of these other guys that are good players that are streaming it. Or even Rome himself. Shout out to Rome. He's been doing amazing work. But like,
Static says he beats all those guys, but like he just doesn't stream.
Oh, well, yeah, sure. But listen, so I'm thinking like it's gonna be so many DQs. We'll see. Again, I could be wrong, but I don't think there's gonna be a lot of people coming out to play it, and they've just maybe registered early, and I think it's a fluff piece, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's expected because no matter what the tournaments, something comes up, people can't make it, visas don't get approved. Right. We've seen that happen quite actually more commonly in Evo than anything else.
Plane delays.
If you ain't got Sherry on speed dial to hook you up and go through her program to help you out, like it gets tough.
But no, plane delays, plane
delays. Yeah,
that's why I got my flight for Wednesday night. But again, I have a good airline. I'm not gonna just do Spirit ever again because so many times I did Spirit. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry for Yipes. That was crazy. Yeah. He got home like yesterday and he was supposed to be on Monday. But
ass.
Yeah, and it's just like you have to prepare for those things. Like I got there once on a Friday morning, and I arrived for my 8 a.m. pools for Sam show. Like I walked into Evo with my bag, I think, to play Sam Show, and I made it out of pools. So like, yeah, it's God. Anyway, but for 4 of the games to have below 1,000 numbers, I mean, Grand Blue to go down to 900. I mean, that's shocking because it's one of the newer games that's been out.
Yeah.
Marvel 2, that's expected for a game that people know. Okay, here's my other thing. People in Marvel 2 know that they're not great. Like, you see, when you play Marvel 2, you're like, damn, these guys beat me. I'm not entering. This game is intimidating. But for the fact that it's one of the largest Marvel vs. Capcom 2 tournaments, is really the awesome.
Largest actually in history.
Right. It is a milestone as well. It's even bringing the retirees out. Did I hear Demon Heel? Yes, I did. Apparently he's in that bracket. Who knows if he shows up or not? He might be walking. I don't know.
Shout out to Demon Hio for coming through.
And I'm not talking about rival schools. I'm talking about the classic player. Go see him, East effing Coast. Go look him up.
Grand Blue, 900 last year being 1,300. Stark change, right? Stark change on that. Almost a 33% drop. But I think there's just a lot of factors in it. I think now more than ever, it's a little, with the economic climate, I think it's just hitting more. And once again, the correlation of more EVOs this year than we ever have previously, right?
I'm terribly sorry. I forgot the most important thing as to what might affect these numbers. Sunday last year was abysmal. And they addressed it. They're like, okay, we want to make sure everybody who wants to be in the finals room can get in the finals room. If you want to pay for if you want to pay for a finals ticket, you can. The problem last year was there were people, I wish I could show you the footage of what I had last year of how, like, I could show you right now and show our viewers and listeners what happened. But like, the middle stage was where most people would watch Marvel 3 or other side games that were happening, which is cool and all. But then they started to broadcast what was on the main stage there, and I could see people lining up on one side.
Oh, I remember. You did show me the footage.
Yes.
You did show me that.
U-shape from where Maximilian was at the entrance all the way around to the other side of the venue. But the fire marshals were saying we can't have more people. And a lot of people that were sitting in the second stage were upset. And they're saying, I wanted to be in the main ballroom. I don't know if I'm coming back. And I'm like, oh God, this is awful. Like, the people that want to be with Maximilian or just are having chill, like Gilbran doesn't watch Maximilian, but I know that he was sitting there with his wife, just watching with Maximilian, and it's just like, oh, okay, they're just watching just to watch. They're not like partaking in it. But that's a big concern that happened to a lot of people last year that may have just not scared them to come back, but they're just like, it's not worth the money for 2 great days, and then the third day for
to be ass. Normally it's the other way.
Right. I mean, now they're talking about incentives. I think you should have really early incentives of people actually wanting to go to Evo. Say, hey, we're having this game coming up. We're gonna have a lot of playable games. I mean, you don't want to spoil that they're gonna have Tokon there, but they are gonna have Tokon there, and it was just announced.
Yeah, Tokon there.
And how many people are gonna be like, oh, I want to play Tokon now? And it's like, but I'm not going to Evo. I didn't plan for this.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. But that's what I mean by the rollout. The rollout feels like, it missed some marks. But as long as they take that feedback this year and apply it, I think it'll be in a better spot. But we'll just have to see. Once again, first year, multiple EVOs like this, like 3 EVOs. Excuse me. We've had multiple EVOs before, but not only just Japan, but now we have France. So EU. Those could be EU numbers that we're seeing are dropping, right? I would actually like to see the correlation in the data of like the percentage of EU representation last year versus this year, because I want to see if Evo France is in effect there. That's an easy way to point out, like, that's the difference. And I'm like, and there's nothing wrong with that. I want to make it perfectly clear. There's nothing wrong that the numbers are down. It happens.
Yes, there is, Dre. I'm a doomer. No, I'm kidding.
The more games that we're gonna get in the horizon, your 2Xs, your Tokons and such. I don't know if Punch Hunter is like even a factor in this, but like Invincible and all that, right? Like, the more that we have, which we do have plenty more coming to us, the numbers are going to only, I think, increase from there. It's just, it's just one of those peaks and valleys situations. That's all it is.
I just want to bring attention to one tweet that I saw from Knee, Holy Knee, at Holy Knee. It said Tekken 8 is half as many as last year. I wonder, poker face emoji. So, I mean, that could definitely be the healthy part of the game.
State of the game.
Yeah, the state of the game, exactly. It's definitely like that's also another thing to take into account is
absolutely
states of these games. These games were out a year or even, you know, player bases or people just trying their luck. But yeah, that's I don't think that Grand Blue's had any problems with state of the game that I know of. I'm not in there. Guilty Gear Strive, I mean,
Strive, yes, because this is the longest it's been running without a balance patch, and it's making a lot of people just like not want to. Like, you know, to put it in perspective, last year it was about 2,096 entrances or 2,064 entrances, down to 13. There hasn't been a balance patch. The content that they did come out, like 3v3 and all that, like they were kind of not stepping correctly. We're hoping with I mean, now since they've had like Unica come out, Testament, Lucy as well, right? It's going to be around the corner. Hopefully we actually get to see the gameplay at EVO, which I believe they've already confirmed they have from Anime Expo. And stating that there's more, like this isn't the final season. You know, it's gonna if they play it right, you can see the numbers increase. I don't know, will they be the same as last year's? I don't know. It has to be really, really good, but it doesn't matter because Arx's stock is gonna be going up because of Marvel Dokkan anyway. So win-win for them.
Yeah. So
but it's the state of the game is definitely a factor. There's no doubt about it.
Yes, that's again, we don't want to just say, oh, all of these other things were factors, but again, at the same time, there are more than 13 people, almost 14,000 people that are in attendance. Still going to be convention level. Still going to be arcades, I'm sure, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Still going to be Artist Alley. My brother has a table there, so definitely check out Marcos MP Art. I will be there most of the time unless I'm 0-2. By the way, I just noticed that all my matches are on Friday, so hey, vacation mode Saturday. I mean, finals mode Saturday. What are we talking about? We're winning, right?
There you go. Yeah, exactly. Finals mode, baby. You know what it is.
Yeah. Chipotle cards. Yeah.
All day, every day. Burritos and toilet trips all day. Let's go.
Thanks. How dare you wish that upon me?
I've seen it. It's not fun. So with that, guys, this leaves me with a question I want to leave for you guys, for the community to answer and let me know your thoughts on it. Do you think EVO Las Vegas, EVO Prime, whatever you want to call it, is still the world championships for fighting games? Let us know when we're posting up this poll on our Discord as well as all of our social medias. We want to hear from you guys. We want to hear the thoughts. We know, there's the don't talk about prestige is one thing, but I don't know. I'm on the side that I think EVO Vegas is still the spot to be if you want to be considered the world champion on anything fighting game related. But hey, times could change. And maybe the other EVOs end up becoming just as prestigious as this one. But you guys got to let us know. We'll be posting this up once again.
Don't let me sway you. Even though I prefer it. For me, EVO is prestige when it's in a hotel and it has carpet.
Yeah.
Because concrete floors, holy cow. Do you know how nice CEO was with having carpeted floors? Oh, God. I could walk around. Anyway, sorry.
It's the little thing. The little.
Yeah.
But that's going to be it for us on this episode of Double Tap. We appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Make sure to follow the future EVO champion from Vegas, Static Gorilla, at Static Gorilla on all social media platforms. He'll be posting up all his Chipotle cards. He might even give away a couple. Who knows? You have to tweet at him and let him know where you are, and he might pass it to you.
Speaking of, I got to talk to our producer, Ja, to find out if he's got any things to give away. So come and find me. Maybe I'll have some stickers and keychains, God willing. Yeah, there you go. I'm making that up. And if I'm making that up, I'm sorry. You can totally find me and, punch me in the mouth.
Yeah, there you go. You heard it here first. That is a binding contract. You guys heard it here first. Make sure to join our awesome community, match.gg/Discord, to go say what's up on everything, and also get involved on the community question. Like we said earlier, if you think EVO Vegas is actually the spot to be at when it comes to the World Championships of fighting games, let us know. Once again, Static Gorilla will be out at EVO. Make sure to say what's up to him. He's definitely going to be hitting up all the booths, 2XKO, the Marvel Dokkan, I don't know, Invincible, maybe everything else in between. He's going to have a good time. Cheer him on. If you see him in pools, make sure if you have tech for him, if you see him mid-match, just disrupt him, pull his headphone up back, and just talk to him in his ear. Even if he doesn't know you, he likes that kind of stuff.
For all you Marvel 3 heads, Marvel is on Sunday. They are running a side bracket. They capped it at 64, then capped it now at 128. but we're there for all of y'all that are interested in the TNS runs and all of that. Yes, I'm doing another TNS run this Friday. And also, just go to TNS. You'll see my face plastered everywhere, unfortunately. But it's fun.
There you go. Yeah. Once again, make sure to follow Double Tap at Double Tap FGC on all social media platforms as well as on YouTube. And check out, we'll be having another episode. Another episode will be happening right after Evo. But we might have a bonus round in between. So make sure to, once again, follow us to stay tuned for when that gets posted up. But I've been Crash. That has been Static for everyone that is going to Evo. Stay safe. Please hydrate and don't worry. Frame advantage is a state of mind. Just mash. Don't respect your opponent. Forget that mess. What's the worst that could happen? You get KO'd. It was going to happen anyway. It is what it is. Until then, you guys be safe. Enjoy Evo. We'll catch you guys on the other side. Peace.